Hello, everybody. I just want to start with thanking everybody for coming. This is our first meeting in 2026, and tonight's going to be fun. We get to celebrate some students and some staff, and then we're going to do a little business as well. I do want to say that Director Baker is going to be coming in about 5 minutes late, so she will be here, and Director Farnsworth will be coming in about 30 minutes late. But we do have enough to make a quorum, and so we're going to start the meeting. We'll start with the flag salute, and Jake, will you lead us?
Yes. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Do we have any changes or additions to the agenda?
We do not this evening.
All right. Can I get a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I move we approve the consent agenda.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, that will take us to public comment.
There is no public comment tonight.
Okay. Thank you, Danny. That takes us to the superintendent's report.
Wonderful, thank you. Before we get into honoring all of our kiddos and our staff this evening, we always like all of you to get the chance to hear about what's happening up in Spudderland. So Nathan Kim is here from RHS to tell us what's happening at the high school.
There you go.
Happy New Year, everyone. My name is Nathan Kim, the ASV Vice President at Ridgefield High School. I'm here to provide an update as well as to share the student voice. First, I want to thank Superintendent Dr. Jenny Rodriguez, Board President Jones, and the rest of the board for having me here today. First, we have Winter Formal. Our theme was Frozen in Time, which is a 1920s or Roaring Twenties theme. We made a lot of improvements from the last dance, like centralizing our DJ, arranging the staff layout, as well as setting up the night before rather than the morning of. We sold about 400-ish tickets, which is about $17,000. So that's a very successful dance compared to the previous ones, and students had a fun time showing off their dance moves. Next, we have a winter assembly and court. We introduced a new thing called Winter Wishes. This is a Google form we sent out prior to the assembly, and we were able to grant some of the wishes they requested. This is made by students in ASB, Jade Gonzalez and Ella Dallin. Starting from left to right, DJ Brown wanted to do stand-up comedy, where he attempted a half-court shot and unfortunately missed. Kira Hall wanted the Mustache Crew, which consists of staff members Mr. Reinard, Mr. Beal, Mr. Allen, Mr. Hunley, and Mr. Buffum, and they did a scavenger hunt against each other. Oliver Swanson won an ice cream date with King Spud at 8 Cow Creamery and even got to film a TikTok. We also recognized court. We had Allie Doman, McKenna Calkins, Lauren Kelly, Madeline Bergier, Elodie Erickson, Brian McElmore III, Daniel Bergdale, Cooper Dzinski, Jason Watanabe, and Lance Draper. The king was Lance Draper, and the queen was McKenna Calkins. Congratulations to those students. Next, we have Unified Basketball. This is our special education basketball team led by student Caleb Totora. Has about 15 members. And this is one of the pictures we had last year. And I just want to bring awareness to some of the games. As you can see the schedule. So please come support our Spuds on January 17th, January 24th, January 31st, and February 7th. This is one of my favorite programs at Ridgefield High School because it creates inclusive participation, confidence building, teamwork and leadership, and a stronger school culture overall. And so I think it's just amazing that our students are involved in community uplifting projects like this one. I'm also excited to see more victories by the Spuds in the future. Next, we have school improvement projects. So in honor of New Year's, we want to have more projects. And this is to replace one of our dances, Tolo, so we can focus on projects that are low cost, safe, high impact on students and our morale on campus. This one in particular is Keep Looking Up. So we make little posters that we put on the ceiling with encouraging notes on them, like Spuds are meant to grow. And we put other larger posters around the school encouraging students to keep looking up and looking for those messages. I particularly like this project because it's the little things on the bad day that make your day better. That is it for the month of December as well as January. I'd like to open up questions to the board, if the board has any questions.
What's ahead in the next couple months that you're excited about?
Well, as I mentioned, Unified Basketball, I'm excited to attend their games, and I'm also excited for prom, as this is my senior year and the last years at Ridgefield High School.
Nice.
I think that's it, Nathan. Great job. Appreciate your hard work.
Thank you.
Okay, and we're going to move into recognizing our Students of the Month. I'm just looking to see if our December student was able to make it. No, okay. So we're going to move on to our January Students of the Month. And first up to honor their student is Ridgefield High School.
Welcome. My name is Jen Johnson. I am the assistant principal at Ridgefield High School, and I have the distinct pleasure and honor of recognizing Colin Hutton this evening. So Colin, why don't you come on up? Ridgefield High School is proud to recognize Colin Hutton as our January Student of the Month. Colin values the strong sense of community at RHS and the time he spends connecting with his friends. Influenced by teachers and coaches like Mr. Brink and Mr. Reinard, Colin has learned the importance of being pushed to grow, both individually and as part of a team. Colin is widely known across campus for his creativity, resilience, adaptability, and exceptional work ethic, and I have had the personal pleasure of witnessing that myself and working with Colin individually. Teachers consistently describe him as proactive and dependable, whether he is supporting students in the library before the school day even begins, or tackling complex challenges in physics, robotics, and engineering-focused coursework. His leadership on the robotics team stands out, particularly in his role developing CAD training for younger students and serving as a bridge between professional mentors and new learners. Colin doesn't just participate, he improves systems, anticipates needs, and finds creative solutions that make a real difference at Ridgefield High School. With a positive attitude, strong problem-solving skills, and a can-do mindset, Colin brings joy and reliability to every space he enters. He works equally well, independently, or as part of a team, never making excuses and always striving to do his best. Looking ahead, Colin hopes to attend the University of Washington to study electrical engineering, a goal well matched to his curiosity, determination, and talent. Congratulations, Colin, on being a standout student and representative of Ridgefield High School. All right, so here's the fun part where we get to have family share any thoughts that they might like to in regards to Colin. Colin, who did you bring with you tonight?
Mom, Dad, and brother.
Would any of you like to speak on Colin's behalf? Come on, Owen.
To go front or?
Wherever you like.
I just wanted to say thank you for the school district and all the teachers and everybody in Ridgefield. We've been here for 12, 13 years, and definitely happy to be part of Ridgefield and the community and the school board and the school district, and yeah, lots of good memories and good experiences and good opportunities. So thank you.
All right, thank you, Colin. I'm going to turn it over to View Ridge.
Thank you very much, Ms. Johnson. Colin did a great job of modeling for us. If you have not been here before, it is totally required. You have to take the long way, go to the back and walk the red carpet. So, Bestie, where are you at? There you are. We're up. So my name is Ian Mansfield. I'm the principal at View Ridge Middle School, and I have the distinct pleasure of being able to honor our Student of the Month, Taylor Page. Come on up, Taylor. As you can see, Taylor has a great choice in music and bands. This month, we're excited to recognizing our outstanding student, Taylor Page. Taylor brings a smile to STEM class every single day, listens attentively, and consistently applies herself to every task. She can always be counted on to give her best effort, whether she is working independently or collaborating with classmates, even in challenging situations. She demonstrates patience, respect, and strong teamwork skills, showing that she can lead as well as support others effectively. Beyond STEM, Taylor has pushed herself outside of her comfort zone in drama this year. Her motivation to be successful often helps her overcome obstacles and creatively problem solve. In English, she is a model student, continuously seeking ways to stretch her abilities and improve her skills. Her writing is a joy to read and reflects her unique voice and creativity. Taylor is incredibly hardworking and driven. Her consistent effort, positivity, and grit make her a role model for her peers and a valued member of our school community. Her and her best friend also have incredible taste in movies, which they get to share with me on a daily basis. We are proud to honor her as our Student of the Month, and we are so excited to see the great things you'll do in the future. Congratulations, Taylor. I'm going to make you speak into the mic. Taylor, who'd you bring with you today?
I brought my grandparents, my mom and dad, and my cousins.
Grandparents, mom, dad, or cousins. Does anyone want to say something about Taylor?
Oh, yeah, I mean, there's so much we can say, but she was really embarrassed and asked me not to tell her.
Okay, you should.
Okay, all right. I don't need a mic. I don't need a mic. And so she was a younger lady, and so we're on the cruise ship, and we had to hurry to get her to dinner because it was our date night. She had to go to her thing, and we had to go wash our hands, but her legs were really, really dirty. And I kind of giggled, and I go, I don't know if they're going to let you in for dinner with those really dirty legs. You have to wash your legs in the sink. Just joking. And I just washed my hands. Next thing I look over, she's got a leg in the sink. In the middle of the thing, washing. I go, what are you doing? She goes, you told me to wash my legs. I said, I did not. So, well, you got one done, might as well do the other. She goes, okay. She gets the other one, and the poor lady let us in. Just going, okay. So that's my girl. She's good. A good sport, and she cleaned her legs before dinner, so I really appreciate her. And she writes good, and she has so much good energy and love, so we appreciate her all the time.
Well, congratulations, Taylor. All right, next up is Wisdom Ridge.
Hello, everyone. My name is Susan Smith, and I'm the principal at Wisdom Ridge, and it is my honor to acknowledge our Student of the Month, Grace Lee. Grace, are you comfortable coming up? We've been able to work with Grace at Wisdom Ridge for several years, and her journey has been characterized by exceptional resilience. She's faced formidable personal challenges, yet her response has been one of consistent growth, commitment, and an unwavering determination to move forward and to prove what she can accomplish. That monumental effort to build a better future for herself has not gone unnoticed. This academic year, Grace has demonstrated a powerful and visible commitment to her goals. Her attendance improved, her focus on her studies sharpened, and her dedication to both her personal growth and her education is unequivocally clear. We understand this year has been particularly demanding, yet Grace has successfully managed 2 programs simultaneously, the transition program and the challenging coursework required for her to graduate from the Ridgefield School District. To manage this workload while navigating personal struggles is nothing short of impressive. She has risen above these obstacles and, through her exceptional follow-through, proven herself to be an incredible, capable, and determined young woman. We're incredibly proud of her tenacity. Her story is a profound reminder that progress is not always immediate, but with consistency, perseverance, and heart, it undeniably will happen. She proves this powerful truth every single day. Thank you, Grace, for the positive and inspiring strides you have made and for being such an integral part of our school community. We are honored to recognize you and excited to see where you go. Grace, I know you brought Mr. Coulomb with you. Is there anyone else that came with you that we'd like to honor? We'd like to have stand up? Would your family, can we have your family stand up, Grace? Okay, great. Does anyone want to speak something on Grace's behalf? I know Mr. Coulomb does.
This is why you read that for me. I'm just incredibly proud of her, and it has been Do I? This is what happens. I don't know. Let me just attempt to say it. I'm incredibly proud of you. We all are. There's many who support you, and we're thrilled that you've made it so far and are excited to see how far you can go.
Pretty sure Mr. Coulomb would be mad at me for a while. Okay, next up is Union Ridge.
All right, I'm Angie Gobb, principal at Union Ridge, and I am so excited to honor Grayson Munoz as our Student of the Month. Grayson, where are you, my friend? Alrighty, Grayson, here's what the staff at Union Ridge had to say about you. Grayson consistently goes above and beyond to lend a helping hand to both adults and his peers. His kindness, positive attitude, and natural leadership make him a dependable and valued member of the classroom community. He brings a sense of joy and warmth to our school each day and truly is a light to those around him. In addition to a strong character, Grayson is always striving to grow in his education. He approaches learning with curiosity and determination, eagerly taking on new challenges and showing perseverance when tasks become difficult. Grayson takes pride in improving his skills and is always willing to put in the extra effort to better himself academically. We are incredibly proud to honor Grayson as our Student of the Month. His dedication, growth mindset, and caring spirit make him a wonderful example for others. Grayson, great job, my friend. We're so proud of you. Now, Grayson, in addition to all the staff that came here to support you, your teacher's over here is so proud. She's got tears in her eyes. Did you bring some family and friends you would like to introduce us to?
I brought my big sister, my stepdad, and my mom.
Okay. Would anybody like to speak on Grayson's behalf? Oh, on it. I know. I know. Oh, you can use your loud voice. Go for it.
Yeah, go for it. So having a child with special needs has its own challenges in general and a lot of ups and downs. We've been through a lot of different schools in the last couple of years. It was really difficult. But coming here to Ridgefield this last year has been a huge change for us. He's made tremendous growth academically and behavioral wise that we can't thank you guys enough for all the help that you guys put in, and we're super proud of you, bud. So thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we don't think our Southridge student is here, is that correct? I did want to also just recognize that our last student is in a class with a first-year teacher. And so Mrs. Kruger, great job. So next up is going to be the Early Learning Center.
All right.
Hello.
She bowed. Am I on? Is the mic on? All right. I want to introduce Miss Felicity Stone. Felicity, can we move our sign so we can see your face? Perfect. And Felicity has big brother and big sister here for a little extra courage as she's walking up. So Felicity was nominated for our Student of the Month because she shows exceptional kindness and gratitude and compassion each and every day. Felicity communicates beautifully through expressive gestures, warm presence, and thoughtful actions. She shows appreciation in her own special way, and her gentle kindness shines through everything she does. Felicity is a ball of sunshine who lights up the room with her bright smile, as you can see. So cute. She brings joy to her classmates, offers comfort without needing words, and shows compassion in ways that makes everyone around her feel seen and cared for. We are so grateful to have Felicity in our Early Learning Center, and you see Miss Jody up there. She's so happy to have you in room 1, Felicity. Thank you so much. Wait. Felicity, I have a question for you. Oh, you have the whole family, both sissies and brother, and snacks. Okay. Felicity, will you tell everyone who you brought with you today? Okay, remember. Who did you bring?
Dad.
Good job. Who else?
Mama.
Yeah. Who else?
Grandpa.
There he is. Yep. Who else did you bring?
Nana.
There she is. Who else?
Brother.
Oh, there he is. And don't forget these 2 girls next to you.
Sister.
Sisters. Perfect. Felicity, who would you like to speak for you?
Mama.
Okay, go give Mama the microphone.
Thank you. Come here, sweetie. You guys can go sit. Thank you, and thank you for giving Felicity this opportunity to to be herself. And I just feel like she's really seen and loved for who she is. And that makes me very happy. So thank you. She is a ball of sunshine. And
Before we move on to the adults, the staff of the month, could we have all of the students of the month come on back down? We're going to do a group picture very quickly. Well, yes, thank you, but I have it. Lots of copies. Okay, we have a couple of more people to honor tonight, and usually we don't call them up at the same time, but tonight we're going to make a special exception. So please come on down, Tammy Cressup and Amanda Burgess. It's like people know who you are. It is my pleasure to honor Tammy Cressup and Amanda Burgess this evening for their tireless work to ensure that our fifth graders every year get to go to CISPAS Outdoor School. There is an incredible amount of moving parts and people and all the things to keep track of. And truly, these two women, they start planning next year's trip while they're still at this year's trip. This staff is incredibly thankful, as I know our students and our families are as well, for the work that both of you do. And we wanted to take the opportunity to recognize all of the additional work, the hours, the probably tears and sweat and all the other feelings that come along with traveling with 300 10-year-olds. And just say thank you for all the time and effort that you put into making a successful outdoor education experience for our students. It is truly not basic education. It is well above and beyond basic education. So congratulations to both of you and thank you. Who did you bring with you, Mrs. Cressup?
My husband, Darren.
Darren, would you like to speak on her behalf? Okay.
I asked him not to.
And who did you bring?
I'm riding solo today.
Oh, I feel like there's lots of people here that would speak on your behalf, but okay, we're going to take your photo really quickly. Oh, I almost got you out of here.
I'll be brief, but been going to CISPAS for a really long time, and both of you are the best coordinators we've had. You complement each other so well and just give our students an excellent, outstanding program, and I'm so thankful for both of you. I'm going to miss it next year.
We do not have a tremendous amount of information, so we would love for folks to stay and hear this evening, but we also want to respect if you have homework or haven't had dinner, and provide just a few minutes for those that might want to take this opportunity to exit before the remaining reports.
I'm not sure.
I mean, I really was like, I could just jump on in tonight, but
Sass's kid is on ESB. I wonder if that was like ESB from,
Oh, maybe.
like if they came. Do you know if was that like all of the ASB officers? Did they come tonight? There were a whole bunch of high school students that just left.
Like that whole
I
front
don't know.
row.
It could also be, sometimes they have teachers assign them to come do things, so, I don't know.
I mean, some of them
That's what it was,
I
or-
recognize some of them from
Yeah.
ASB / Honor
Yeah.
Society stuff. Did you hear from them?
Yes, okay. I will clarify it on the microphone, yeah. All good.
That we're still doing CISPAS? Yeah. I heard that too. I was like, someone's gonna call.
Yeah.
I was thinking they were retiring.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, she probably could. Okay, you ready? Yeah.
Ready.
Okay, so Principal Graves wanted me to announce on the microphone that he wanted to be clear, he's going to miss Mrs. Cressup because she's a sixth grade teacher. And given our reconfiguration of our elementaries and our middle school, she's unlikely to be the coordinator next year. So we're still doing CISPAS, don't panic. You can delete the email you're writing to me right now. All right. We have just a few updates this evening. First, as usual, is capital projects update. And I picked a picture in the evening because what I really wanted you to notice is we have lights. Woohoo, I'm so excited. So it's coming along if you've not driven by. It's quite exciting to see everything happening out there. But we are now working on the interior of the building as well, which is great. So we are continuing to be on time and on budget. And a reminder that there's a live stream and you can check it out anytime you would like. And then another fun item related to our new Sunset Ridge Elementary is the playground design. So these are obviously electronic renderings, but you can see the bird's eye view of the playground. And we have opted to go with this pixelated pattern. I'm sure the kids are going to make up all kinds of games with the different color squares. And of course, we've got our blue and our orange. But you can take a look at all the fun. You can kind of see what's going to be there. I am personally most excited about this giant slide that you can see in the lower right-hand corner. I think we'll be able to get like 6 kindergartners across. So we'll do some real-world math problems, perhaps, with that slide. So I wanted to talk just a few minutes with you because it is on under new business this evening about our instructional calendar for next school year, and we've officially gotten our first inquiry about it. So we're here to talk about that. I wanted to just refresh the board's memory around the survey that we conducted last year. We did a broad survey to staff, families, and community to identify really what are the priorities around the instructional calendar for our families. We had over 500 folks respond to that. We really had a split between people who like the 2-day week during the Thanksgiving week or a full week off. This year, we maintain the 2-day week, but moving to next year, we're looking at a full week off that week. We have a strong preference from the respondents for a 2 full weeks with 3 weekends winter break. Over 70% requested that. A preference for spring break to begin the first Monday in April, and a strong preference to build snow days into semester 2, because you will remember that last year we had no built-in snow days, which was challenging. We also asked some initial exploration questions around start times And periodically someone will ask me about this, so I thought it was good just to refresh where we were last year. The majority really still favor the status quo with our schedule, with middle school and high school starting earlier and elementary starting later. We do have a significant number, about a quarter of the respondents, that thought we should really flip those times. We had about a fifth of the respondents that said, can you just have everybody be late? And the quick answer to that is no, because we don't have enough buses. And we had about 10% who said, we don't really care. Any way you do it is good. So given the number of other initiatives happening in the district, we're not pursuing any changes to start times for next year. That would take significant time and work before we would make such a change. Given the survey data last year and the process of developing the calendar for this school year, when we were in our open bargain with the Ridgefield Education Association, our teachers union, last spring, we talked about and agreed to perpetual contract language. So I've included for you just a summary. You can read all of the exact contract language. It's available on our website. But a couple of key components that are going to determine some pieces in the calendar that really are no longer a question. They're now an agreement in a contract. Our teachers have 180 work days with 3 additional state professional days that have to occur prior to the start of the year, provided that they are funded by the state. Beginning next year, we are to schedule 1 day of no school between semesters and trimesters so that teachers can use it for grading or preparation for the new term, should they so choose. We also have an entirely new section specifically around the calendar in the contract that winter break will be a minimum of 10 weekdays and the 3 weekends. So that is now something you can count on from year to year. Spring break will continue to be a solid calendar week. The Wednesday before Thanksgiving can be a non-contract day. We have non-work days on 13 recognized holidays, and we have agreed to a high school finals schedule, which is incredibly helpful for our high school faculty as they plan ahead for that considerably. So they have 2 days at the end of each semester, which is coming up at the end of next week. Kids, please turn your work in. And it's not a full early release, but it's a maximum of 3 hours release time total to allow for longer periods for end of term finals, and also provide a little bit of extra time for our staff to conduct the grading that needs to happen after that. So here are some highlights of the proposed calendar, which again is on the agenda this evening as new business. We have scheduled the first day of school, or proposed that the first day of school be Monday, August 24th, which I know is unusual. We're all used to the 3-day, 4-day, 5-day. Labor Day is as late as it can be this year. So no matter what, we weren't going to have that Monday holiday on the second week. The first day for preschool and kindergarten students would be Thursday, August 27th. That's because we do family conferences for our littlest learners at the beginning of the year. Elementary student conferences, we have decided to split between October and March. This year, you'll recall we did all 5 days in October, and I think it was really more time than was necessary. This will provide the opportunity for teachers and families to meet around the end of trimester 2, should they want to do so. Our middle school has conference days on October 29th and 30th, and we do always have an evening conference day for the high school, but that date is set in the fall by the staff. We have scheduled fall break the week of Thanksgiving as a full week because of the 2 holidays, the Wednesday non-work day, and it happens to fall right at the end of trimester 1, so Tuesday would be a non-school day as well, and nobody wants to come to school for just a Monday. Winter break, December 21st to January 1st. Spring break, April 5th to 9th. We're going to continue to utilize the first Monday in April, so it can be a little earlier, a little later, but that is hopefully helpful for families that want to plan ahead. Graduation next year would be on June 11th, 2027. And the last day of school, we were able to make it just a little bit earlier, which is June 15th, which teachers really like. We have state in-service days scheduled for August 19th to the 21st. Full day in-service days. This year we piloted having half-day in-service days, and the feedback was we think the full days is probably better. So those dates are listed. The final dates for semester 1 and semester 2 at the high school are listed. The trimester semester break days are listed. And we've actually built in 4 snow days, 2 within the semester 2 and 2 at the end, prior to the Juneteenth holiday. The other piece I just really wanted to make a plea with our families and with our staff is that attendance does matter. It's really difficult for students to continue to stay on top of their work and to take advantage of all of the instruction that is provided when they miss class. And we certainly understand we don't want you to come to school when you're sick. Please don't do that. Stay home. But often we see that students are missing school for things like doctor's appointments that perhaps could be made later after school or could be made on days that we don't have school. We also, of course, see families that need to travel. And so our hope by scheduling the calendar this way for next year is that it provides a lot of opportunities for students and families to schedule appointments, non-emergency appointments, or trips or travel or house guests or all those things that might cause you to want to keep your kids home. Hopefully this gives you lots of opportunities to do that and still ensure that your child can come and be at school on the days that we're having instruction. So this slide gives you all the 3-day weekend, 4-day weekend, weeks off that we have scheduled in next year's calendar. And hopefully that will help families to plan ahead so that we can continue to increase our attendance rate. And before I get into my tell me something good items, did you have any discussion or questions or direction regarding the capital projects or the calendar?
Quick question on the spring break. Does that align with the rest of the region in terms of setting it?
It aligns with some of them. They don't all have their calendars out yet. Mm-hmm.
Is there like a standard in the state that is usually followed?
No,
for
I
spring
mean,
break?
you will see people that it will either be the very end of March with the first part of April, or it'll be the first Monday in April.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
I want to say just thank you for the district to, we've been talking about attendance, and I think having this calendar in place and kind of locked in does give families the opportunity to plan around that. So thank you for doing your part, and then hopefully families can do their part to up our attendance rates. So thank you.
Okay.
I was just going to say, I
sorry.
like that you added the snow days in on days that are already a holiday, so potentially long weekends. So
Yes.
thanks for being thoughtful with that.
Yeah, we all like a 4-day weekend. Kids do, staff do. I don't know if parents do, but the rest of us do. Okay. Couple of good things, and I know the holidays are over, but I still haven't taken down my decorations, so it's still happening in my land. So winter festivities, hopefully people got a chance to get out and catch a concert or our fall play or got down to Hometown Celebration. Our middle school band and choir performs. Our high school band, they do kind of trios around town, so they actually play in lots of spots as you're shopping. And of course, our high school choir, they actually do holiday carols and they sing solos and duets. Excuse me. And it is really a lovely event put on by the city of Ridgefield. And really, any group can sponsor a tree in the Circle of Trees, and our Ridgefield Lions sponsor all the trees. And last year, I don't know that we had any from Ridgefield, and this year, apparently all of us had the same idea, which is like, well, we've got to have a school district tree. So we had 5. Because people really want to get involved here in Ridgefield. So we have the boys basketball tree, the high school band did a tree, the seniors did a tree, which I have to say, if you didn't get to see it, they had pictures of the seniors, like their individual photos. It was adorable. Okay, and then Ridgefield School District and Community Ed, and if you didn't get to see that, our preschoolers did art, and Community Ed, Mandy Evans arranged an ornament making workshop that we held at our elementary school, so it was decorated all with student-made ornaments. And then the last one, I believe, is one of our CTE programs, but I can't see it because it's behind the picture there. So, it was Skills USA. Thank you, Skills USA. So, career technical education. Thank you, Jill. And you can see if you zoom in, those are like metal cut, wood cut. They're all handmade in our classes, and our woods classes, our metals classes, and so it was really a cool one too. So if you didn't make it to Hometown Celebration, please mark it on your calendar. It's first Saturday in December, and it's really just a fantastic event to attend. It's one of my favorites. We also had I'm calling it the first annual because I'm pretty sure we're going to do it again. So first annual View Ridge Winter Market and Art Show. It was so fun. You can see just kind of a picture of like so many people packed in at View Ridge. Every booth where you could purchase handmade crafts or other items were either staff or students of the district. So it was really fun. We have a lot of entrepreneurial young people in our schools and in our community. So fun to see all the things that they brought to share and sell their wares. We also had an art show, so big thank you to our art teachers for putting that together. And I've talked before about the sewing unit and the puppets. It's really like my favorite thing we do. So I felt like you needed to see some of the puppets. Like they're so incredibly fun. And then we do have the luxury at Central Services here of being right next door to Union Ridge Elementary. And so each year they come over and carol for us. And so this is a little picture of them caroling. It was so fun. So just a really lovely holiday. And we haven't been together since all these things occurred. So I didn't want to miss the opportunity to just shout out all of that fun that occurred in the month of December. One last thing I just wanted to provide an update on, which is that we have started our staffing process for next year. What does that mean? That means we are thinking about all of the positions that we will need filled for next year, determining if we need to do any hiring, balancing our budget. So Paula McCoy, our Executive Director of Business Services, and myself, we've been working on the budget for next year already. And we, as most districts do, start with administrative hiring. So as you know, we have currently an interim principal at Ridgefield High School and an interim assistant principal at Union Ridge Elementary. And we had our first round interviews today. So big thank you to Dr. Charlotte Ellis, who is our Executive Director of Schools and Leadership that led both of those interview teams, and to Luke LeCown, Executive Director of Employee Services, who has helped behind the scenes making sure all of this is coming together. We were able, and it was difficult because we had amazing pools of people, but we were able to narrow it down to the top 2 candidates for each position, and they will be at meet and greets tomorrow. So please come out and meet them. We will be at Union Ridge Elementary for those 2 top candidates, and we will be up at the high school for those 2 candidates from 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock at both locations. If you're fast, you can probably make it to both. I'm going to try to be at both. So we, just like last year, this is something we implemented last year with our administrative hiring, is we do these meet and greet events. And when you are there, there will be a form with a QR code, and we collect feedback from anyone who attends, students, parents, staff. We collect all that feedback, and I read every single piece of it before I make a decision. So I did get an email this last week that said, is this a real feedback opportunity? So I am looking at all of you and telling you this is a real feedback opportunity. I read every comment. So, and then we will have final interviews later this week. So we anticipate making announcements about both of these decisions at the end of the week. So we're pretty excited about that. I also wanted to share that we will be adding an additional assistant principal at View Ridge Middle School next year because we're moving to a 6th, 7th, 8th with approximately 1,000 students. We feel it's going to be appropriate and necessary to have an additional administrator at that location. So we will be going after that one next. And I don't anticipate any other administrator changes at this time. And that is what I had for you this evening. Happy to answer any additional questions that you have.
Thank you, Dr. Rodriguez. Next, we will go to board communication. So, Jake, do you have anything?
Good to be back. It's been a week since we've been up here, so it's good to see everybody in the same room. City Councilor Ryan Davis and I will be bringing back our community exchange monthly, dates TBD, but we'll have one later this month. and then at least through June. So looking forward to bringing that back at Little Conejo, still down here in downtown Ridgefield. Student of the Month, incredible. I think us getting a front row seat to that's probably the best part of this job, and especially powerful tonight. It was really, really special. Just want to thank our principals and our teachers that help facilitate the award process and help tell the story of our students who are so deserving. So really special to see that tonight. And that's all I got.
Donna.
I do not have anything tonight. Thank you.
Amanda.
Yes. I would like to say the winter market at View Ridge, I'm going to try to go chronologically. That was awesome, and I hope it keeps going. I tried to go to every single booth and thought I hit all of them, and then saw the pictures afterwards and realized I missed like 10. But it needs to be longer, because it was amazing if you didn't go. And the art show is also really lovely. Anything we can do where we invite the community in, where we get to celebrate our students in that way, I just think is so great. And especially the entrepreneurial part of it, the kids love making money. So that was really fun. A lot of 3D printers out there in our community. They got all my money. And pottery. Let's see. And then the Student of the Month is always such a joy. Thank you for being here and celebrating all of those kids. I know most of you have left, but the ones that are still here, thank you for being here. And then I would just like to say a thank you to letting me attend the legislative conference, which was this last Friday and Saturday up in Seattle. I was honored to be representing our school district there and just building more relationships with our legislators and administrators and superintendents and fellow board members from across the state. We are really lucky. We have so many people doing so many really great things behind the scenes. This year with the legislative group in particular, it's a short session. I'm learning a lot. For our legislative process, it started yesterday, and it's 60 days long, and they are going to be hammering through bills and all the things in 60 days, which is short session. So as a legislative body, we are going in with a message with just one voice. We're trying to not ask for a lot of things. So they have 3 really specific asks from the School Director Association. The first was around increasing the MSOC, which we all love acronyms, but it's the materials, supplies, operational costs. So it's the costs of like keeping the lights on and the insurance costs and things like that. And those things have gone through the roof for schools. So increasing the amount of money that schools get for that. And also, just kind of as a sidebar, the overall message was that we're going in with the state looking at like a $4.3 billion shortfall over the next 4 years. Yeah, billion. So everybody's going to be fighting for that little pool of money that's out there, and there's going to be cuts everywhere. And so be kind to your legislators, because it's going to be a really rough session for all of them. Kind of along those lines, the second thing they were asking for was exempting schools from not just schools, but essential services that the schools contract. There was a bill, I think it's SB 5814 or something like that, that puts a sales tax on things like contracted work that we get. And so they're looking to exempt. They said, you made this problem, now fix it, basically. So that's the second message. And then the third was no unfunded mandates, which means don't ask us to do more things, even if they're awesome, because there won't be money. There just won't be money to do it. So even if they're really cool things, we're going to weigh in and say no, like to everything this session. So it's just 1 year. We'll get through it. And then if you want to chat with me, and I would love to see you, I have a community talk coming up on Wednesday, January 21st at 5:30 at the library. And I would love to have friends there. And not friends, anybody. You can be my friend. You can come tell me all the things. That's it.
Thanks, Amanda. Amber.
All right, it's nice to be back and to see you all again after our break. This past week, I represented our school district at a Leadership Clark County event. They have a 6-month, a school year long program for people who are interested in civic engagement and leadership in the county. And so they have a cohort of participants, and once in that year they have like an elected officials day. So I participated in that as part of a school board director panel. And we had a great showing of other people from Ridgefield. Councilor Hamilton was there, and there was like a mingling meet and greet with your elected officials. So there were a lot of Ridgefield folks who are in office right now, and also a lot of participants from our Ridgefield community. So I met quite a few parents who were participating, also alumni who had been through the program. So that was cool to see a little bit more about what that Leadership Clark County program is about. And it was nice to be able to represent our school district and know a little bit about what I'm talking about after a couple years. So I was able to answer questions, which I felt great about. So thank you all for helping me learn how to be a school board member and what it is that we do here. The other thing I've been working on is working with Brett to plan our board retreat coming up on the 20th. So we'll have a day-long board retreat, and Brett and I are gonna help do part of that facilitation. I know Jake's gonna lead us in an activity as well. So one of my take-homes from our school directors conference this last fall was that our governance really does impact student outcomes. And so it's been nice to be thinking about how we can improve our governance as a team. So I'm looking forward to that coming up.
Thank you. Mine's short, but I think every first meeting of the month, I kind of get down the same rabbit hole, but Student of the Month is just an awesome thing. It is especially awesome when you see the teachers and they are showing up and how passionate they are for these students. So it's just a feel good for the parents. Great story today. It's feel good for the kids, and I think it's really somewhat missed on how much it makes a teacher feel good. So yeah, just good, gets you to the heart. Yeah, so thank you. That's it. I guess that takes us to old business.
Okay. I really feel like you should have got to tell stories about your dad. I'm just gonna, we might have to do that on another night. That feels like fair play. So it was great to see so many teachers here. I feel like we're starting to see more and more staff come to celebrate their kids, and it means a lot to us, and it means a lot to the students and the families to see you here. So thank you. Okay, we don't have any old business tonight, so we're gonna jump into new business.
Perfect.
Okay, so new business, item 9A, is approving resolution number 2025-2026-006, resolution authorizing registered warrants for the capital project funds. We're building a school, and as we do that, we have to pay along the way. You don't get a big bill at the end. So construction, just as by way of reminder, the construction of this project is being funded by 3 sources: our development impact fees from both the City of Ridgefield construction and from the county, state quote matching funds, because we all learned last year they don't actually match, but that with dollars we are able to access through the School Construction Assistance Program, or SCAP reimbursement process. Again, that is you have to spend it before they give you the money. And the capital levy, again, thank you to our voters from February 2025. Because that levy happened just about a year ago, this will be the first tax year. So when you get your new tax statements in about a month, they will have that new capital levy amount on there. And so those funds start to come into the district in April of 2026. Again, we're already under construction. So due to the construction timeline and the fact that we really wanted to get that school open in 1 year, which will be open in August of 2026, we have collaborated with the Clark County Treasurer, who has something called the registered warrants process that will allow us to front fund a portion of the SCAP reimbursement funds and the capital levy proceeds so that we can continue on our construction timeline. Registered warrants are authorized under state law, RCW 36290101D, when you have a cash flow issue. This resolution authorizes the district to enter into an agreement with the Clark County Treasurer to utilize registered warrants in the amount not to exceed $15 million, split between 2 payments, and establishes a formal repayment agreement and timeline. The payments have to be repaid within 12 months. They have to be repaid in 1 calendar year. That's why we're splitting it out to delay the repayment to align to the levy proceeds date. The resolution ensures uninterrupted cash flow during construction, and Clark County Treasurer's Office has coordinated with district staff to provide the required 60-day notice, and both parties, the district and the county, are prepared to move forward. So we are bringing this to you this evening and requesting that you approve resolution number 2025-2026-006.
I move that we approve item 9A, resolution number 2025-2026-006 as presented.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Thank you. That will take us to item 9B, which is to rescind board policy number 1810, annual governance goals and objectives. We are just continuing to clean up all of our policies and procedures. WASDA has recommended that we rescind model policy 1810. Anything that would be in this policy is actually housed in other policies and procedures now. And this will be, the topic of this is something we'll be talking about at the board retreat next week as well. So we recommend rescinding. Again, this is just a first read. Oh wait, do we have to first read on rescind? Oh, just kidding. We actually want you to take action tonight on this. So we recommend you rescind it this evening, and I'm happy to answer questions.
I move that we approve item 9B as presented and rescind board policy number 1810.
I second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Thank you. Okay, now getting into our first read, and January is Board Appreciation Month. We'll celebrate you next time. But in the spirit of Board Appreciation Month, we reviewed all the board policies this time and brought you all the changes. So item 9C is first read of revised board policy number 1005, key functions of the board. Again, there's been several updates in the 1000 series, which all apply to the board of directors, and the proposed changes align with the changes in the WASDA model policy. So we will bring this to you at the next meeting as a request for action. Happy to answer any questions you might have at this time. Okay. Hearing none, we'll move on to 9D, first read of revised board policy number 1111, oath of office. Under the direction of OSPI, all public school districts are required to adopt this new revised oath of office WASDA model policy. And as you will recall, we actually had to comply with the content even ahead of the policy and procedure, and we utilized the new oath of office in swearing in our 2 members who were reelected in the November 25 general election. So we recommend we comply with the law and adopt this policy next time. Okay, seeing no questions, I'm moving on to item 9E, which is first read of revised board policy number 1210, annual organizational meeting. Again, just some proposed changes. These are not super substantive. They are just some minor changes, again, recommended by WASDA. Happy to answer any questions you have about that draft. Okay, and moving on to 9F, first read of revised board policy number 1630, evaluation of the superintendent. And there have been some additional changes to this from WASDA. The changes we're proposing, they align to the WASDA model policy and also our current practice around my evaluation. So again, recommend that we get this cleaned up and aligned to current practice and the model policy. All right, moving
Jen,
on.
Sorry,
Yep,
Dr.
nope, go ahead.
Rodriguez, and on this, the redlining on this draft, like the updated changes, is there part of it that is model policy and part of it that's practice? Is it distinguish between the two? I'm just curious.
This is aligned to the model policy, so what we are doing is aligned to the updated policy.
Got it. Okay, I just wasn't sure if there was like additional
Nope, there is
stuff
not.
in here that's just how we do things, or if this is straight model policy
straight
and
model
we are
policy.
doing model policy
Yeah.
implementation. Okay, thank you.
Any other questions on that one? Okay, moving on to 9G, first read of revised board policy number 1820, board self-assessment. Again, just some minor changes, and we're in the process of our board self-assessment right now. So just a reminder to you board members, if you've not done your WASDA board self-assessment, if you would please complete that as soon as possible, we would appreciate it. Any questions on that one? Okay. Going to number 9H, revised board policy number 1822, training and development for board members. Several of these, and this one included, are really short, actually, policies. So there's, again, just some updates to this. We are already meeting all of the training requirements and professional development requirements for you all as a board, and certainly appreciate the time that each of you invest in making sure you're doing the best job that you can for our community. Okay, and then that takes us to item 9I, which is first read of the 26-27 school year calendar. Per board policy, you need to approve the calendar for the upcoming school year by June 1st. So we're way ahead of the game here. We developed this calendar based on the calendar survey conducted last year, the revised calendar language bargained with the Ridgefield Education Association, which became effective this school year. And additionally, we saw input from both REA and RCA, our Ridgefield Classified Association leadership. Several of the important dates, I already shared those in the slides this evening, but they're listed in the board memo as well. We are continuing our late start Wednesdays for professional learning communities, our PLCs and PLTs at all campuses. So all Wednesdays will continue to be that 1 hour late start time. And again, we'll bring this back to you at the next meeting with the request to approve it.
Thank you. With that, our next item is that we will be going into executive session tonight. I'm gonna say half hour, 45 minutes. Let's do 45 minutes. You're more than welcome to stay, but you're more than welcome to leave at this point, and thank you for staying. We'll be back. We
have to do a motion. So the purpose of the executive session is to review performance of a public employee, that would be me, the superintendent, under RCW 42.30.110(1G. So if someone could move that we go to executive session for 45 minutes, returning at 7 o'clock.
Yes, I move that we go into executive session for this stated purpose for 45 minutes, returning at 7 o'clock.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Thank you, everybody. Okay, we are going to extend our executive session for another 15 minutes. We will be out at 7:15. Sure. We are out of executive session. There was no action taken, and this meeting is adjourned.